Okay, so the safety hazards of doing sport in the sports hall would be obviously quite mainly the most dangerous hazard while doing sport is obviously the walls. There's obviously risks of being pushed into it during sporting activity, like for example, if there's a contact sport like handball. To prevent things like this happening, you could set your session away from all the walls if you need to, or just make participants aware that if they're near the walls to be careful so that it prevents them from being injured. So obviously another hazard would be the hard floor. Obviously if you fall on it or get pushed on it, it is going to hurt you. So obviously to try and prevent that from happening, you could make sure that people aren't too violent. I mean, if it's an aggressive sport, then just bring in rules so that it prevents people from being aggressive, so that it prevents. Okay, so obviously another big hazard in these type of places would be the goals. This is because there is always the risk of banging into the goals. Like if you're going for a 50-50 with someone, you could always get either pushed into there or get slid into there. To prevent things like this obviously happening, you could set sessions away from the goals, like not use them at all. Or if you've got the equipment to do that, you could put padding on the goals, so if you do fall into them, another hazard in the sports hall would be other people. If you're doing a short training drill where you're in a small position with lots of people in there are the chance of people hitting each other, and it's hard to avoid each other. So obviously to prevent things like that happening, you could tell participants to be careful and to be cautious of other people around them, so that when you're doing your session, there's less chance of anyone. Okay, so obviously another hazard in not just this type of place but anywhere really is jewellery. Obviously it can choke you if you're playing, or if you've got like earrings in or anything like that, for example. It could obviously pierce your ear and injure you really badly. To prevent things like this from happening, you could make everyone aware before the session starts that they have to remove all jewellery, and if they did manage to do sport without jewellery, you tell them to either take it out or take it off, or else they'll just sit out. It will seem a bit of a harsh way, but at the end of the day it prevents injury.